Let's start by exposing the three universal enemies of mechanical longevity. First is friction, the physical removal of material from bearings and cylinder walls. Second is heat cycles, the expansion and contraction of metallurgy that fatigues gaskets and warps heads. Third is oxidation and chemical breakdown, which includes the acidification of fluids and the corrosion of chassis components. Your vehicle is not an appliance. It is a collection of thousands of parts vibrating in unison. To reach 500,000 miles, we are not trying to fix the car. We are trying to suspend the aging process of the base engine block and transmission casing. We must distinguish between maintenance and repair. Maintenance is the planned amortization of consumable parts like water pumps, alternators, belts, and fluids. You expect these expenses. Repair is the result of negligence. A blown head gasket at 150,000 miles is often a repair caused by failed maintenance of the coolant acidity or thermostat. The mindset required is one of mechanical sympathy. You must visualize the pistons moving, the gears meshing, and the fluids pumping. Every time you turn the key, you are the machine's guardian. If you wait for a noise to fix something, the damage is already done. We replace parts before they break. Fluids are the lifeblood of the machine. Factory intervals are designed to get the car through the warranty period, not to 500k miles. Regarding engine oil, which acts as a hydrodynamic wedge, ignore the 10,000-mile light. Change oil every 5,000 miles, 8,000 kilometers or 6 months. Carbon suspended in oil acts as a micro-abrasive, and we want that out. Use a high-quality, full synthetic. Look for a high HTHS, high temp, high shear rating. This measures the oil's resistance to thinning under extreme heat and pressure, like in ringlands. For filtration, use OEM or premium filters with synthetic media only. Cheap filters have poor anti-drain back valves, leading to dry starts. Regarding transmission fluid, ATF, CVT, lifetime fluid is a lie and a marketing term meaning the lifetime of the warranty. The fix is to perform a drain and fill, approx 3 to 4 quarts, every 30,000 miles. There is a critical warning here. Never perform a high-pressure power flush on a transmission with over 50,000 miles. It can dislodge sludge that is holding clutch packs together, causing immediate failure. Gravity drain only. Coolant can be a silent killer. As coolant ages, the ethylene glycol breaks down and becomes acidic. It also undergoes electrolysis, effectively turning your engine into a battery where the coolant eats away at the aluminum heater core and head gaskets. The protocol is to drain and refill every 3 years, regardless of mileage. Use distilled water only for mixing. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture from the air. Water lowers the boiling point, causing fade, and rusts the ABS module and calipers from the inside out. The protocol is to flush this every 2 years. We must adhere to the cold start protocol because 90% of all engine wear occurs in the first 60 seconds of a cold start. When the engine is cold, the oil is in the pan, not in the bearings. The piston-to-wall clearance is loose until thermal expansion seals it. The procedure begins with key on, wait. Turn the key to run, not start, for 3-5 seconds. This allows the fuel pump to prime. Next is ignition. Start the engine. Then observe the high idle wait. You will notice the RPMs flare up to approximately 1200 to 1500 RPM. Do not touch the gear shifter. Wait 15 to 30 seconds for the RPM to drop as the oil pressure stabilizes. Finally, execute the gentle mile. Shift into gear. For the first 5 to 10 minutes, or until the temperature gauge moves, drive like you have an egg under your foot. Keep RPMs below 2000. This allows the aluminum pistons to expand and match the cast iron or steel liners, preventing piston slap and scoring. A critical warning: never rev a cold engine to warm it up. This causes rapid piston expansion inside a cold, contracted cylinder, leading to catastrophic scoring. How you drive determines how long the chassis lasts. For transmission preservation, come to a complete 0.0 mph stop before shifting from reverse to drive, or vice versa. Rolling shifts shear the output shaft and stress the U-joints/CV joints. For steering rack health, never hold the steering wheel at full lock, turned all the way to the stop, for more than 2 seconds. This spikes fluid pressure and blows out power steering seals. Practice brake rotor hygiene. After a hard stop, such as coming off a highway off-ramp, do not sit with your foot clamped on the brake pedal at the red light. The pads are hot. Clamping them to a hot rotor creates a hot spot and deposits pad material, which creates that warped rotor vibration later. Creep forward slightly or put it in park, if safe. Avoid short trips. Engines hate running for 5 minutes because moisture condenses in the crankcase and doesn't boil off. If you make a short trip, take the long way home once a week to get the oil temp above 212 degrees, 100 degrees for 20 minutes. To hit 500k, we engage in a preemptive strike, replacing parts that are working fine, because statistics say they are about to die. First is the cooling overhaul every 100k, 120k miles. Plastic radiators and rubber hoses become brittle. A burst hose cooks an engine in 60 seconds. You must replace the radiator, water pump, thermostat, OEM only, and all rubber coolant hoses. Second is the PCV valve every 30k miles. The positive crankcase ventilation valve is a $10 part. When it clogs, crankcase pressure builds up and blows out your rear main seal, which is a 1,000+ repair. Change it often. Third is the front end. Refresh every 150k miles. Worn suspension vibrates. Vibration loosens bolts and cracks solder joints in electronics. Refresh control arm bushings, ball joints, and struts to keep the chassis tight. A running engine is useless if the frame snaps in half, so we need environmental protection. For the underbody, if you live in the Rust Belt or near the ocean, apply a lanolin-based creeping wax, e.g. fluid film, wool wax, annually. Do not use rubberized undercoatings as they trap moisture. For rubber seals, every oil change, wipe door jambs, and window seals with a silicone spray or dielectric grease. This keeps them plump and prevents wind noise and water leaks. For paint and clear coat, wax or ceramic coat twice a year. If the clear coat peels, the metal rusts. This is the 500k schedule for maximum longevity, which overrides your owner's manual. Change the engine oil, synthetic, every 5,000 pounds with miles on 6mo, and check the level every 2 fuel fill-ups. Rotate tires every 5,000 pounds and inspect brake pad thickness. Replace air filters, engine lamp cabin every 15,000 miles. Perform a transmission drain and amp fill every 30,000 miles using OEM fluid only. No flushes. Drain and fill the differentials every 30,000 mi, which is important for RWD, AWD 4x4. Address the power steering every 30,000 mi using the turkey baster method to siphon the reservoir and refill. Repeat 3x. Replace the PCV valve every 30,000 mi. This is critical for seal protection. Flush brake fluid every 2 years to prevent internal corrosion. Flush coolant every 3 years to prevent electrolysis and acidity. Replace spark plugs every 60k, 90k mi, using iridium platinum if specified. Replace belts and tensioner every 90,000 mi. and ensure you replace the tensioner pulley too. At 120,000 PMI, perform a complete cooling system overhaul, including radiator, hoses, water pump, and T-stat. Listen to and inspect the timing chain. It is usually good for life if oil is changed. For a timing belt, replace it at the manufacturer interval because interference engines will die if this snaps. However, mechanical sympathy has its limits if the engineering is fundamentally flawed. You must choose your vessel with intent. If you are seeking a machine capable of this feat, prioritize the high-mileage heroes, vehicles built before the era of disposable consumerism. Look for the over-engineered platforms of the late 1990s and early 2000s, such as the Toyota Land Cruiser, Hilux, or the legendary 1.9 TDI engines found in Volkswagen and Skoda platforms, which are renowned for their durability. Consider the Mercedes-Benz W124 diesels or the Volvo Red Block engines. These are essentially industrial implements refined for the road. Avoid vehicles with early-generation CVTs, complex dual-clutch transmissions, or small displacement engines pushed to their breaking point. Starting with a platform designed by engineers rather than accountants is the ultimate advantage. Reaching 500,000 miles is boring. It requires discipline, budget, and resisting the urge to buy a new car when you see a shiny ad. But there is a profound satisfaction in driving a machine that feels tight, reliable, and paid for, knowing it is still running because you understood how it works. Get out there and drive.